Hi, I am Cindy Brooks. I am your battalion embedded behavioral health professional over here in building 2960 on the first floor. It says social worker, and we are going to be talking today about seasonal affective disorder. One of the first things I do for everybody in processes is have a talk about the seriousness of seasonal affective disorder. So let's start off with winter's coming. It's mid-September. What is seasonal affective disorder? Well, here are the symptoms that you need to be aware of. This starts normally in December, January, and it is lack of energy, fatigue, lethargy, apathy, anhedonia, not feeling good, sleep disturbance. Your sleep is not as good, difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, not awakening, feeling refreshed. Feeling increased stress, anxiety, irritability, depression, apathy. You also start noticing you're craving carbs and weight gain. And this is what I'll normally see in about January, February when the big fallout comes. And why is that? Why is that happening here? Well, according to the German Medical Association, which is the socialized medicine component here in Germany, it is virtually impossible to get enough sunlight between October 1st and March 1st to manufacture your daily requirements of vitamin D. You can lay naked, as I tell people, on the asphalt, and it's a quote-unquote sunny day with blue skies, and it's just how the sun is hitting the earth here. You cannot get enough sunlight. So what does that mean? Well, optimally, when you have labs ran, and what I do suggest to everybody is if you're going to go have labs run, I don't suggest you go to your primary care doc and ask for a vitamin D level. But if you happen to be at the lab or getting labs run, do ask that they add the vitamin D level. Let's see where you're at, because this isn't just in Germany. Those of you who know our battalion surgeon, Major Solana, she recently did a bunch of labs on a team, and 90% of those guys had vitamin D. Oops, there you go. Insufficiency, or gosh knows deficiency, because this is where rickets occur. Now, this is not just for our team members. This is for everybody. So this is for our spouses and, more importantly, I guess, our children who have growing bones and musculoskeletal systems. So in labs, this is optimal. Lots of us are in the insufficient or deficient range. So the good news, it's vitamin D. We can fix that. If you become insufficient or deficient, we can get you on prescriptive vitamin D, and that's going to hit it pretty quickly. The bad news is when we say quickly, we're talking weeks to months. Once you become insufficient or deficient, it becomes very difficult in terms of time to fix that. So go back to, you'll be symptomatic for weeks to months once you become insufficient or deficient. So why is vitamin D important? Well, this is just how we evolved as a species. We use our natural resources. So obviously the sun is extremely important for many chemical processes in the brain, as well as the ability to see and be productive, okay? So the sunlight, when it comes to seasonal affective disorder or vitamin D insufficiency, sunlight itself manufactures vitamin D. Vitamin D is a building block for something called tryptophan. Tryptophan is a building block for serotonin, and that's your mood. And serotonin is a building block for melatonin. So the sun makes D. We can also increase our D through nutritional intake. D makes tryptophan, again, nutritional options. Primarily, you may have heard of turkey. That's after Thanksgiving dinner, you get really sleepy because turkey, tryptophan, is producing serotonin, mood, which is creating melatonin, and that's what helps us go to sleep. So again, these are the symptoms, and these are the things we want to watch out for. So it's about prevention and management. And the thing about this is completely preventable and manageable. So obviously, one of the things you can do is increase your nutrition. Now, those of you who are over at the battalion, you can come by right in front of my office. We have our seasonal affective disorder tip of the month. So we're focusing on September. Come on over. I don't have my email, but you can find me. I'm happy to shoot you one of these. And it's just vitamin D rich foods and drinks. And you can come on over and get a copy of that, or I'm happy to email it to you. So increase your nutritional intake for those foods that are rich in D and tryptophan. And or let's take a vitamin D3 supplement. I was actually at the PX today and picked up a bottle. And I have the D3 here, and when I talk about initiating an over-the-counter supplement or vitamin, when I talk to people, I always talk about this USP or consumer labs, because you want an independently verified lab, because we do not, the FDA does not regulate supplements or vitamins. So I can actually put chalk in a pill and sell it to you. I'm not saying you can't sue me, but the real legal twist here is that let the buyer beware with supplements and vitamins. So please don't purchase anything that's not approved by Consumer Lab or USP.com, United States Pharmacopoeia. And you do have the little labels on the bottle. Almost all of Nature Made is USP. My son is in pharma. They carry this at the PX. So it's a pretty legitimate that you are getting what they say you're getting. They're not going to tell you it's any good. They don't verify that it does anything for you, but they do pull this and say if it says 600 IU of D3, it's got 600 IU D3. The other thing is, if you're insufficient or deficient, is to go ahead and request a supplement from your PCM. And like I said, get labs whenever possible. If you are, they will give you 5,000 IU per day to try and get you up to snuff. So that's the quick and easy on get your D3 and get it now and start taking it, you and your kids. But let's talk about some other things that also help with seasonal affective disorder. Clean and organize your home, car, and workspace. So everybody's heard of spring cleaning? No. We do fall cleaning around here. So this is when you want to move the furniture and get everything fresh and clean and organized. This is the best time of the year to do that. So we have tremendous research about the act of cleaning just increases the sense of mastery and control. We call it the locus of control. Something we start losing in the winter, COVID, lockdown, OCONUS. So get out there and get your car and get your house and get your workspace clean and organized. Also, visual cortex is easily overwhelmed by clutter. Much more difficult to focus and concentrate. And our work performance is going to be decreased in a dirty and disorganized work environment. So, your car, get it and keep it clean. Your windows, this is the best time to get your windows clean. Remove the bushes if they're blocking light. And this is when it's kind of tempting with those Rumadans, or what's that called? Is they called Rolmadans? But for example, in my bedroom, I get up, it's dark. I come home, it's dark. But if I can get those open before I leave, I come in and just get a little sunlight in my living room, keep those windows clear. Again, and a big thing, if anybody could see my office here, if you were in my home, bring the outdoors inside. Let's fake it till we make it. Let's play some tricks on our psyche, and let's think that it's spring. And you can buy a lot of plants and flowers here and keep your home full of plants and flowers, things that kind of psych us out a little bit. So there you are. Everybody's having a great time. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right? Prevention and management, SAD lamps. So I have one here that I use every day. This is a portable one. You can buy these on Amazon for about 30 bucks. This one I can move when I go from my desk to my therapy chair. You want to keep it about 18 inches, and it has to be absorbed for the skin. So don't wear a long sleeve top and your cap. You want to be, don't get naked at work, but go ahead and use your SAD lamp. This is 10,000 lumens, and if I have this for 20 minutes, I've got enough sunlight to manufacture my daily requirement of vitamin D. 20 minutes, some people are a little more resistant. The darker your skin, the more resistant you are. So I'm very fair skinned. 20 minutes usually works for me, but you may go on up to 60. You're not going to overuse a SAD lamp. Okay, dawn stimulation lamps. Unfortunately, I did not know we were doing this today. However, These are really awesome because I give you an example. These are natural light alarm clocks, and I especially like these for the kids. I keep mine in my hallway. So if I want to wake up, let's say at 6:30, this thing around 6 o'clock will slowly start lighting up, just like the sun coming up. So these dawn stimulation or natural light alarm clocks, again, you can find them on Amazon, and they're very helpful so you're not getting out of bed every morning when it's pitch black. That can be a little depressing, all right? Other options are, again, clean air. I have myself an ionizer. So there are purifiers and there are ionizers. Ionizers, they're a little pricey. You have to find a good one. And actually gives kind of very fresh smell, kind of like fresh laundry in your house. Air purifiers keep the air pure. And I always talk about aromatherapy. And again, if you come to my office, you see I have a little diffuser. And keep those scents. So these are some popular cheerful scents, but basically whatever you like, whatever makes you happy. So vitamin D insufficiency, deficiencies, not good. We battle it with vitamin D rich foods, supplements, sad lamps, ionizers or purifiers, essential oils, plants. Keep the car and the house clean, and you'll thank me in January because you'll feel much better than you did last year. Okay, any questions? I guess not. Have a great retreat.